Hail and kill, caller. You're on the air.
Hail and kill, boys. It's Psycho Postman.
What's up, Psycho Postman? What's happening out there on the West Coast?
Oh, I'm more on the Southeast Coast.
Okay.
I'm here in the Southeast Conference. Go Big Blue.
Well, what's going on?
I think Dave Mustaine is a fucking asshole, and the only thing Dave Mustaine is the fucking ground 6 feet under with his blood.
Jeez. You must really not like Megadeth's music.
Now, do you have...
I don't. I mean, look what Metallica did to him. Look at Scott Ian's story. They fucking kicked him out. He was just, he did what he did, but, I don't know. I like Metallica, but I never was a big Megadeth fan.
Do you have a personal story of Megadeth, or is this just your impression over the years?
No, it's just my impression over the years. He's just, all you ever hear, just like what y'all have been saying. He's written some good songs and he's made some good music, but personally, he's just an asshole. And it's hard for me to listen to music past somebody personally being an asshole.
So if you hear a Megadeth song come on the radio, do you just drive angry? Fucking hate this guy. Fucking hate this guy.
I just turn the channel or put in a CD or, find something else to listen to.
Do you yell at the radio, fucking asshole?
Oh, shit.
Does he give you road rage?
No. I'm really a postman, so I can't road rage in a vehicle because it could cost my job.
Well, let me ask you something. I know that you're a postman and all, but this is kind of relatable to you.
Uh-huh.
Have you seen or read any of those stories about like UPS drivers or like FedEx drivers that they throw packages over the fence or throw stuff out of their truck, like they don't want to deliver, all their packages and stuff. There's like been, news stories of like maybe even a postman stopping off the side of the road and like heaving packages out because they don't want to make all their deliveries or something.
Oh, hell yeah, I do it every chance I get.
Really?
I mean, they're fucking frisbees to me. I mean, if, not all of them say fragile, but the ones that do, they get it the worst.
Really? You ever stop and take a piss on somebody's rose bush or something like that?
No. I mean, that's unless I really got to go. No, I usually keep a styrofoam cup in the back of the truck.
Jesus.
Sometimes they're just sometimes they're in the bathroom very close. But now we like to share anytime we see a video on YouTube of any delivery person, FedEx, UPS, us, doing something stupid, throwing a package or throwing them over a fence, we just, we share them with one another, we show them one another and just laugh. Like, hey, that's good, I'm going to have to try that. No, but actually, Neely, I deliver in the south end of Louisville, and I remember you saying on a previous show that you lived in the south end of Louisville for a short time.
I lived on Fern Valley Road.
No shit.
No shit.
Well, I deliver, in the Iroquois area. I mean, I pass Fern Valley Road every day on the way to work.
Nice. Well, I lived on Fern Valley Road on the corner of Prestonsburg Highway and Fern Valley Road.
No shit.
No shit.
Wow. Yeah, I drive by it every day, man.
Small world, man.
Hell yeah, man. I hear you.
My spirit is still down there, dude. So anytime you drive by, you can think classic metal show, man.
Oh, dude, I listen, I don't get to listen live every week, and I know I was real active on the chat room, some time back, but I still listen to the podcast and pull y'all down I Spreaker you guys every week.
Nice.
And I love what y'all do, and y'all crack me up, and I think White Nigger's my favorite.
That's right. We're funny sons of bitches. I think we're going to have Chips Enough on the show here in a week or so, and we're going to ask him about White Nigger.
We are.
Oh, awesome. I mean, hey, I'm just a white nigger delivering mail and trying to raise 2 kids.
So are your children mulattoes?
Oreos.
Wow.
Double stuffed.
Jeez.
Nice. I love these kind of phone calls.
Well, I've been wanting to call y'all for a while, but so I finally just had enough beers and got up the nerve to. But
I know it's a traumatic experience, isn't it?
Oh, dude, my heart is about to leap out of my fucking chest. I'm telling you.
Lord, are you kidding me? To talk to us?
Oh, dude. I mean, I've been wanting to call you all about. I'm a huge, just like your friend John, Chris.
Yeah.
Huge Van Halen fan.
Okay.
I play in a cover band, and Eddie Van Halen's the main reason I picked up the guitar. And I've seen them. I went and saw them. I got a funny story. I went and saw them when they just got back with Sammy Hagar, like back in '03, I think.
Yeah.
They went, they went on tour. They played Freedom Hall here in Louisville, and it was, I think, I Love Access or Total Access or some kind of all access pass. Paid, I don't know, $200, $300
Right.
to be able to tour backstage and go before the show and party in this room with an open bar, and they had hot chicks touring us around backstage, and we got to see the sound check.
Right.
So I'm with a buddy of mine, and we're at the sound check, and this is when, Eddie and Sammy weren't getting along, and Sammy wasn't even making the sound checks.
Okay.
So we're up standing right at the stage, and it's, Michael, Eddie, and Alex, and they're going through their sound checks, and they're playing their new stuff. What was it? It's About Time. That was the single at the time. And they went through that, and they went through a couple other songs, and then they started going into Funk 49 by the James Gang. And they start playing what Eddie looked like shit. I swear, he looked like a bum. I mean, he was carrying around a bottle of Smoking Loon wine. He was still smoking. He had on the parachute pants that had holes in them. He had his hair in the fucking little samurai, ponytail coming out the top of his head. Looked like a fucking dodo bird. But they start going into Funk 49, and Eddie fucks up.
Yeah.
He started playing it off time. He went into a lick too early. And so Michael Anthony went over to tell him, hey, man, you fucked up. Yeah. And then Eddie just quit. I mean, the sound check was over. So then we're wanting autographs and shit. So Michael Anthony's coming up. He's giving autographs. Alex is giving autographs. Eddie comes up, and he's like, nah, man, I ain't signing autographs. If I sign one, I'm going to have to sign everybody's. Well, this dude next to me has a prosthetic leg. So he lifts his leg up, and he didn't lift his leg up right then. He said, hey, if I take my leg off and give it to you, will you sign it? And Eddie kind of chuckled, and he's like, yeah. So he did. He took his leg off and handed it over, and they all started laughing, and they signed it and everything. So then that's the end of the sound check. Well, then during the show, it's fucking hilarious. Sammy finally shows up, and this guy, we all had front row seats since we paid the money for him. Well, a few songs into the show, this guy takes his leg off again, and he's holding it up, and I'm sure if there's some videos, you can probably see it, but he's rocking out, headbanging with his leg. And Sammy finally signed it, so he got the whole band signing his prosthetic leg. But,
wow.
But I just remember, too, I don't want to take up too much of y'all's time.
All right, dude, go ahead. Go ahead.
When Eddie was, once they were done with their sound check, I still freaking love Eddie. I mean, I just, nothing like Van Halen. I know, Chris, you like the Sammy Hagar era, and I know, Neil, you like the David Lee Roth. I'm a David Lee Roth guy. So I love them both, but David Lee Roth was just a lot more fun. I think his lyrics just led a lot more to the imagination. They were just more fun. Sammy was just like, I love pussy lyrics, basically. There wasn't a whole lot of imagination in his lyrics, but when it was quieted down after the sound check, I wanted to yell out something at Eddie, so I yelled out. I was like, hey, man, glad to have you back. And rather than being gracious to me, like, thanks, man, good to be here, he was like, I never went anywhere. And I was like, bullshit, man, you've been out of sight being like a fucking homeless bum for 2-3 years. I mean, we hadn't heard anything new from him in God knows how long. But, and they, you know, the first time I saw them was in 80, it was on a Diver Down tour. They came to Freedom Hall, like, in July of 1982, $7.50 for a ticket.
Right.
And, man, it was the best fucking show. I swear, that's probably why they're my favorite band. If I would have seen Bananarama, they'd probably be my favorite band. I saw them first. But I saw Van Halen first, and they've just been my favorite band ever since, pretty much. But I saw them again in 84, and Autograph actually opened up for them. I got to see Autograph.
Ugh, sorry to hear that. Were they awful?
Oh, I know it.
Were they bad?
You know, I kind of liked them at the time because I had Sign In Please, and I liked Turn Up the Radio. That's just when all that was hitting.
Okay.
And, so I liked Steve Lynch. I mean, but he was nothing but an Eddie Van Halen clone. I mean, Turn Up the Radio, the solo, that might as well be Eddie Van Halen playing it, you know. But anyway,
that's kind of a stretch for me, but okay.
And I haven't heard any of their new shit except, you know, what y'all played last week, but I really have no interest. But anyway, I'm just kind of looking forward to seeing what Van Halen does if they do anything else, and I hate to, but I gotta agree with you all on how bad David Lee Roth sucks lately. If he would just try to sing the stuff like he did back in the day, he tries to sing in this upper register and tries to yell and scream, and he can't do it anymore. And you know, I loved him back in the day because when he would howl, it would sound like 2 or 3 people were howling. I was like, damn, that's cool.
Right.
You know? But if he would just try to sing normal, I mean, did y'all catch any of that Dave Grohl birthday bash at the Forum where he had, like, Lemmy was there and David Lee Roth was there? And
yeah. I saw that with Dave with the shaved head.
Yeah. And the freaking, the torso tattoo.
Yeah. Oof.
I mean, Jesus Christ, the song sucked. You don't need to do it to your body. But anyway, well, that's about all I got.
All right. Well, I'm glad you got it all out of your system.
Yeah, man, I'm glad I finally called too. I feel like I'm a kindred spirit to you guys. I'm right around the same age, and I just, you know, I love hearing what you all do and what you talk about. And
all right, enough with the dick sucking. Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Black Bummer's my favorite, man. Black Bummer's just fucking great. But anyway, hail and kill, fuck you pals, and headshot!
All right, there goes the Psycho Postman.
Wow, I don't even know where to start with that call. Good Lord.
Wow, he had a lot to say.
I like the fact that all the postmen make fun of the other postmen fucking with our mail.
I know, isn't that great? I saw the one, I think it was FedEx driver, like FedEx ground driver got busted this week from like a home security camera where he whipped some package out over the fence and then he took a piss on their fence. Wow.
Oh man. I wouldn't want to be a especially a foot postman. You know, the ones that drive in the truck and, you know, just to throw the mail in the box, I guess that wouldn't be so bad.
Right.
But walking around and having to deal with dogs and people's kids and you know, fuck that.
Sure.
That seems like a real pain in the ass.
Yeah.